KVA funnel members, what's going on, my friends? This is Joe Dickinson, and in this video we're going to be talking about generating leads for your KVA funnel system. Now, there's a million ways to generate leads, right? And what I'll tell you is this: a funnel system, emails, lead capture pages, all this stuff is no good unless you can generate leads. I think we can all come in agreement with that. So this video, I'm going to show you some really awesome free organic ways to generate leads on a daily basis. So if you follow these things and you stay consistent with it, and that's the key, by the way, is staying consistent with doing what I'm about to tell you, and most don't. That's why they have trouble generating leads. And then on top of this, feel free to buy leads and run your own ads and do all this other kind of stuff, but you can't be totally reliant on that to build this business, right? We know this is really a person-to-person, people type business, and so treat it like that. So some of these free techniques I'm going to share with you. Write them down, watch this video a couple times if you need, stay consistent with it, and then on top of that, yes, you can purchase traffic and do all that kind of stuff. And if you're on the learn page, the training page inside the system, there's a button to actually purchase traffic. There's another video I shoot talking about that. If you're on YouTube, just look in the description, you'll see the link there. So with that being said, let's talk about this. Number one, posting on social media, super powerful if you post the right stuff. All right, now here's what you don't want to do. You don't just want to go grab a link, and you don't want to just post a link and hope that people click or expect people to click it and put their information in. No one's going to do that. In fact, Facebook doesn't really love when you post links, because if they show your post that has a link in it to other people and people click it, they go off of Facebook. Facebook doesn't make money on them anymore, right? Facebook makes money when people are on Facebook, when they stay on Facebook, because people pay to run ads, right? So as soon as you post a link, which brings someone off of Facebook, Facebook's going to show that to less people because they don't want people clicking a link and getting off their platform. Which is why I recommend, yes, it's okay to post links in your post every once in a while, but try and get in the habit of not doing that, and rather putting posts up, which I'm going to share with you in a second exactly what to post, that will get people to engage with you. In other words, like, comment, or message you based on something that you've put up. So I'm going to start by saying this because I'm going to share with you what you should be posting. But let me start by telling you this, and make sure you either take a mental note of this, and if you want to do one better, write it down. Likes and comments equal leads. Let me say it again. Likes and comments equal leads. You might say, well, what do you mean by that? Here's the deal. If someone likes or comments a post that you put up, and we're talking Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, it doesn't matter. If they like or comment on any of these posts, you have a reason to reach out to those people now, right? It's not awkward really anymore. Like, it's pretty awkward if you just hit someone up you haven't talked to in 6 months out of the blue, right? Especially if they're opposite gender. Sometimes people get creeped out by that, right? And rightfully so, I get it. So here's the deal. If someone likes or comments on your stuff, you have a reason to reach out to them. In other words, say I post something up, my buddy Rick comments on, hey, looking good, Joe, or hey, that sounds awesome, or whatever I post, he somehow engages with me through a comment. I can then just hit Rick up and say, yo, Rick, we just wanted to say appreciate the love in my post. I know we haven't talked in forever. How are things going? Well, I have a reason to send a message to Rick because he commented, even if he likes, just my post, just a simple like. I can say, yo, Rick, really appreciate the love on my post. We haven't talked in forever. How are things going? Or maybe, hey, I've seen we've never connected. How are things going? The reality is it's not totally out of the blue now. So if that makes sense to you, now you're probably asking, okay, that makes sense, but man, I post and I don't get any likes or comments. Well, let's talk about what you're posting. Here's what I'll tell you. People love seeing on social media, they love seeing like humor. They love seeing your why, emotional type stuff, really good, strong imagery, pictures of lifestyle. That's the kind of stuff that gets results and likes. So here's what I'll tell you. Whenever you post, you want to produce what I like to call a scroll stopper. In other words, when someone's scrolling on their page, right, they're on their phone, they're scrolling through, something that pops out at them that makes you stop scrolling and you're like, man, what is that? So what works well? Selfies work really well, close-ups of your face, pictures of you hugging your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, partner, kids, it doesn't matter, whatever. Any of that kind of stuff works really well. Curiosity type posts, like maybe, for example, I have on my screen a Forex chart, right? And I have maybe my wife, she takes a picture of me and I'm looking at my screen and it's got Forex up and I'm looking over here like this with a thumbs up, right? She's over here. And I post maybe a post like that that says something like, I cannot get enough of learning how to trade Forex. This is awesome. You know, who else knows how to trade, question mark, or something like that. People might see that and be like, what is Joe doing in front of a computer? What's that crazy chart thing? Which stops them from scrolling, and then you increase the chances of a like or a comment or even a message. Maybe people reach out. Hey, I saw you're interested in, or you're doing Forex. Tell me more about that. I don't really know what that is. The reality is you guys are posting things that will drive conversation, and open conversations lead to potential business partners, customers, etc., right? So all you have to focus on is opening up conversations. That's just one example. Maybe you get a picture of you and your family and you say something like, the reason why I work as hard as I do, and then maybe in parentheses you put work a full-time job and a part-time hustle, so I can spend more time with these guys and gals, and maybe it's a picture of your family, right? Or something like that. Once again, people love that kind of stuff. Or maybe you get a picture of you that you post at 9 o'clock at night, and it's a view of the computer once again, and you take a selfie of yourself, and you say something like, got home from the 9 to 5 grind, working on my side hustle until it becomes my full-time hustle, right? Or I finally found a side hustle that checks all the boxes and has everything that I could want. So excited for the future. Once again, you're not posting any links or anything. You're making people curious to know what it is that you're talking about, what it is that you're doing. It's very powerful. And so once you've figured out what you want to post, and I'm going to come back to this in a second, make sure you put it on multiple social media networks. Like when you put a picture up on Facebook, put the same thing up on Instagram. Maybe wait a few hours to do it though. Like for me, I like to post on Instagram at about 10:30 in the morning. Then I'll post that at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Facebook. Then maybe I'll go post it on LinkedIn. And then maybe if it's a video like that I shoot talking about a topic, and that's a whole other thing that you can do, then maybe post it on YouTube. The reality is one piece of content can be posted to multiple different networks. People are on different networks at different periods of time. Some people are only on Instagram and not Facebook. Some are only on Instagram and not, only on Facebook and not Instagram. You get the idea, right? So post those things in different areas at different times. And you're going to get different feedback from different people on different platforms. So utilize and leverage that content as much as possible. Next thing is, you might say, well, Joe, how often should I post? What I recommend is go ahead and post at least once a day. I don't love going like too much more than that, and I definitely don't like going any less than that. The reason being is because you don't want to be crushing your news feed because people just keep seeing your stuff and they're not paying attention to it, but you don't want to be inconsistent either. People are impressed with consistency in posts, getting out there every single day, and just focus on doing that for like 6 months and watch what happens. I'm telling you, if you stay consistent with it, you're gonna see results, especially if you put the right stuff up. All right, so make sure you focus on doing that. That's number one. One of the little tips that I like to do is every Sunday, I'll usually set about an hour in the morning aside before my family's awake where I will plan out what I'm gonna post the following week. The reason being is you never get into a point where you're like, oh my gosh, it's Tuesday, I haven't posted yet, what am I gonna do? Now, look, we're all human. That's going to happen from here or from time to time. But if you focus on like Sunday and you know, all right, I'm going to post this on Monday, this on Tuesday, this on Wednesday, this on Thursday, it can help a ton as far as knowing what it is that you want to put out there and having it scheduled to go out or getting those pictures throughout the week for the next day, etc. And you can plan out what you want to type copy-wise into it so that you can post with it, right? So really powerful stuff. It's just a matter of consistency. And if you post that often and you do it on multiple social media platforms, you're gonna see results, you're gonna get conversations opened, and then you can go ahead and actually turn that conversation into a Kubera conversation, right? So really powerful stuff. One other little tip I'll give you is on your Facebook profile picture, that's one of the most looked at things on your profile. Pop one of your funnel links in there. In your Instagram bio, put one of your links in your Instagram bio so people can click. On Instagram, if you're gonna let people know if they want more info, like maybe you have a chart, you post a Facebook chart with you smiling, saying something like, want info on how I learned to trade from the experts who have over X amount of years in experience, click link in bio, right? That's another idea there. So with that being said, if you can do this and you can stay consistent with this, on top of doing the purchasing of traffic and all the other kind of stuff, you're going to get conversations open, and if you do a good job, you can then obviously turn them into Kubera conversations and ultimately build that business. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this training. Go implement it. That's really all. That's the only missing piece now, and If you stay consistent with it, you're going to see results. All right. So with that being said, appreciate you. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.